Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking for Ezeetrader. So looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see, yesterday almost put a bullish reversal bar in totally yesterday, almost a pivot swing, didn't quite close high enough, but I think the intention's almost there, but every time it sort of seems to get pretty close to anything pushing up at the moment, it runs into resistance. That's the problem of being sold off so much. Still haven't had the weekly or monthly pivots hit, which are sitting around that 1.1 area. Any significant rally following the non-farms today, well, that could easily be done, but at the moment it looks like quite a big ask. It's trying to base out at the moment. I'm looking at this sort of current hourly pattern. We've not quite confirmed higher. Well, I suppose we had a bit of a higher low prior, and certainly put a higher high in there just. But whether or not we can confirm and continue in this manner is another matter. If we can break this upper trend line this morning, well, maybe we'll push up towards the R1 area, and maybe gives us a better chance of with any poor jobs reports in the US, pushing back towards that weekly and monthly pivot. It's unusual that the weekly doesn't get hit, so that's for sure. But at the moment, it's not managed to do it all week. The volumes and the daily movement is pretty weak for large parts of the time. Okay, so trend is urging on the upside, if anything, here in terms of what we're looking at, although momentum's falling off on the alleys. Okay, looking at the pound dollar, and it still sits within this range. Yesterday it came back, pretty much tested the absolute lows there. The figures weren't really liked, or the data that came from the Super Thursday wasn't particularly appreciated by the markets. Voting wasn't as expected, and it's shown us sort of a bit of doubt now whether interest rates will be increased next February as expected at the moment, but we'll see. Looking at things here and the way it's chopping around, well, I mean, the only way to look at it is from the Saudi perspective. Still got the daily pivot untouched at the top there, but at the moment it looks like it's trying to break this sort of trend that's kicking in here. If it starts breaking down, well, sort of obvious targets are back towards at least the shoulder there of yesterday's lows, if not back into yesterday's lows. To break those lows, remember we're going to be breaking the daily lows most likely there, and possibly then it changes the pattern of what I was looking at earlier in the week. It was looking like even up to yesterday that we could be looking to push up through this other side. If we start break, well, obviously if we break down the lows here, well, we could continue down a little bit more for a while. But so that low in itself becomes a key level when normally I'd be looking for possibly the S1 to be hit. I'd be a bit more wary. Okay, let's bounce a quick look at the dollar yen. Dollar yen, well, consolidated yesterday, put a bearish harami in, but it's rallying again today. So at the moment, it looks like it may just take the easier route, really. S1, the R1's not too far ahead with yesterday's highs. Is certainly a potential there. Watch out for resistance around that level. May just hold in there, but these prior highs don't really seem to be holding too much overall, so it remains relatively weak. Aussie dollar, this is held up better than expected. With earlier signs of the week, it looks pretty weak, but it's well, I say holding up. It is just holding up. Any sort of bit of a kicker may get us into a bigger sell-off. I was looking at the sort of 60-minute pattern particularly, and we sort of got these lower highs in, lower lows in, and this sort of hourly pattern. I'm just thinking, well, if it starts breaking down through its pivot there, maybe it will be on for yesterday's lows, and with some bad jobs report, it may even run further down. Okay, that's pretty much it for me this morning. Remember, as I say, we got the jobs reports out at 1:30. That does come with a Canadian employment report at the same time. So if you're trading dollar Canada, yeah, just be wary. It could be particularly volatile and not necessarily go in the same direction as the other pairings. Okay, yes, that's it for me. Have a great day. I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks, so there won't be any of these morning recordings from me for the next couple of weeks. I'll be back, as I say, in 2 weeks' time. Have a great time. Bye for now.